They say there's prison, and then there's ADX Florence, a place so intense, so secretive, it's basically America's version of a dungeon. This isn't just the highest security prison in the United States. Nah, this place is in a league of its own. It's been called the Alcatraz of the Rockies, but even that nickname sounds too cute, because the truth is, ADX Florence is totally forbidden. And once you get in, you're basically erased from the world. Let's break it down. ADX Florence sits in the remote desert of Colorado. The surrounding area? Dead silent. No city noise, no visitors, no help. Just dry heat, dust, and miles of nothing. It's designed that way, isolation starts before you even walk through the front gate. And once you're inside, that's when things get real dark, real fast. Prisoners here don't get normal cells. They get 7 by 12-foot concrete boxes, no bars, just a solid steel door with a small slot for food and handcuffs. The window? If you're lucky enough to have one, it's just a slit, positioned so all you can see is the sky. That's it. No trees. No people. No horizon. You're cut off from the world on purpose. And get this, they built it so that inmates don't even know where other prisoners are located. Imagine being surrounded by hundreds of the most dangerous people in the world, and never seeing a single one of them. That's not prison. That's solitary on steroids. The inmates here are no ordinary criminals. We're talking about terrorist masterminds, serial killers, cartel leaders, and mob bosses. It's like someone took the world's most violent video game characters and locked them up in one place. You've got guys like the Unabomber, El Chapo, before he was moved, and even 9/11 conspirators. You know you're in deep when your neighbor used to run a terrorist network. And it's not just the inmates that make this place forbidden, it's the routine. Or rather, the lack of one. You spend 23 hours a day alone in your cell. You don't eat with other people. You don't talk to other people. You don't even see other people. Your food comes through a slot, your books, if you're allowed any, come through a slot, and your exercise. That's 1 hour a day in a cage. Not a yard. A literal cage. Some inmates call it the dog run. And you can't even see the sky clearly because it's enclosed by fencing. You're basically treated like a wild animal they're afraid to set loose, and for some of these guys, that fear is justified. Now here's the real kicker, ADX Florence is so locked down that escape isn't even part of the conversation. Nobody has ever successfully broken out. Not even close. There are motion detectors, remote-controlled steel doors, laser beams, pressure-sensitive floors, and more surveillance than a CIA black site. The guards are trained to stop riots before they even start. Even if you somehow made it out of your cell, you'd still have to pass through layer after layer of security while being watched on 24/7 cameras. It's like trying to break out of a video game level that was made specifically to be impossible. Some former inmates have described ADX Florence as psychological torture. And honestly, they're not lying. There have been lawsuits about the mental impact of extreme solitary confinement. Imagine being alone for years. Talking to no one. Hearing nothing but the hum of your own thoughts. You start to lose the sense of time, of reality, of who you are. Some inmates go catatonic. Others hallucinate. And some just give up and stop talking entirely. There's a story of one guy who would smear his own feces on the wall just to feel something. That's the kind of mental breakdown this place triggers. And funny enough, if there's anything funny at all, the prison actually has a step-down program where they try to reintroduce inmates to social contact. Basically, congrats. You now get to talk to another human being once a week. ADX isn't just forbidden because it's secure. It's forbidden because it operates like a shadow. No one really knows what goes on inside. Family visits are rare. Media access is basically zero. Even legal reps have to go through layers of red tape to speak with someone. And the scariest part? You don't even need to commit a violent crime to end up there. All you need is the government to decide you're too dangerous for regular prison. Boom, welcome to the box. It's like being buried alive, but above ground. You're alive, technically, but you're not really living. Your life is just 4 walls, 1 bed, and silence. Some prisoners have said they'd rather die than stay locked up in ADX. And honestly, after hearing all this, can you blame them? So now you know why ADX Florence is totally forbidden. It's not just a prison. It's a psychological fortress. A black hole for the worst criminals alive. And once you go in, you don't come out the same, if you come out at all. If this blew your mind, make sure to subscribe before YouTube locks you up in solitary with no Wi-Fi. Stay safe. And stay out of trouble.